On screen.
Bart?
No,
Zie mijn uitval? Bedankt.
Beetje raar om van in het Engels te doen, maar on the screen you see World Islands in Dubai. It's an ambitious project to create a map of the world made out of privately owned islands. Your own island, you know it like the back of your hand, feels comfortable, safe, and you're basically king or queen of your own little kingdom. And I see a parallel with this, with the Dutch educational system, the primary school education. Okay, I might be exaggerating, but in essence that is how a lot of teachers in schools work the past couple of years. There's cooperation on setting the boundaries and establishing the curricula. But how teachers implement them in their classrooms is mostly up to the teachers themselves. They are cooperating on their own islands and feel comfortable and safe this way. Now, if we look at the organizational structure of our education, a lot of schools are organized are united in a bigger organization. They are governed by the principals of the schools and a board of managers who govern the organization. Still, the schools operate quite independently and are a little reluctant to share good practice and good knowledge. So I feel it's time to abandon our islands. And thankfully this is slowly starting to occur. And I will describe two examples, and they correspond to the recommendations as given in the OECD TALIS and EEIE reports of 2013 and 2014. At first, in May 2014, we were given an assignment for our MED course to set out on an innovation safari with a group of students and to interact with teachers from different schools, to interact with the teachers of the school about the problems they encountered in their daily profession. And we have 3 days to come up with a solution for that. So in this 3-day period, we had to work together with students, kids, managers, and of course teachers to come up with a solution for the problem they encountered in their daily profession. The beautiful part of this is that when we were together with these teachers and managers, we had a shared goal, a shared ambition. And this pressure cooker idea made it that we had to be decisive, resourceful, think outside of the box or even forget about the box itself completely to get down to the source of the encountered problem. And we had to respect each other's ideas, opinions, and work together as a team, really collaborate to get down to the source of the encountered problem. But what I've mainly learned is that when we let teachers and students collaborate, you can achieve so much more than when you operate on your own island. You generate a lot of energy, you generate a lot of enthusiasm amongst teachers and amongst the students. And most of all, you create good practice, because at the end of the innovation safari, after these 3 days, a lot of these safaris delivered very nice results, and a lot of these ideas were implemented and the schools tested and are still used today. So that was a very beautiful, very beautiful experiment we did. My second example is developing on a bigger scale. Organizations, like the one I work for, a lot of organizations in the Netherlands, they start with professional learning communities, and they made their way into the Dutch education. And not only by seeing more collective research being done inside the schools, but also within the organization, so on a bigger scale. More and more organizations realize that when we let teachers collaborate on our curricula and teaching methods, that we can, beyond the gates of their schools, that the pupils can benefit, like I said about John Hattie in the conversation. So in this type of professional learning communities, groups of experts on a specific subject are recognized inside the organization itself, and they form teams of experts. And they come together, design a plan, and they work together on this specific subject, organize meetings with teachers, visit schools, and they form a network of teachers that will collaborate on the innovation intended. Goals are set, and on several occasions they will come together again, discuss progress and share good practice. That is on the organizational level. So I have noticed that these concepts are slowly starting to occur, and they are starting to develop, but a long way lies ahead of us. Most teachers still are a little uncomfortable of letting go of traditions and leaving the safe haven of their own islands. This takes time, because once we get to discover that our pupils can benefit, once we, as teachers, broaden our horizons and start collaborating, I think the islands will still be our safe havens, our safe places. But that they will flourish. They will flourish because they're constantly fed by the input and help of other professionals on the surrounding islands. And I suggest we should start building some bridges to connect those islands.
Dankjewel. Thank you.